friends, hope you're doing well. Actually, I'm just testing out this new video capturing tool, this software, and I was thinking on a topic that I should be talking about. So I've came up with this topic of the correlations between the pada and the Navamsa. So it's a very simple topic. It's a very basic understanding. So if you're a newbie to Vedic astrology, then this video will be much beneficial for you. But if you are those seasoned astrologers or students, then I would suggest that you can just skip this video. So I'm taking the example, or rather I'm using the Jagannatha Hora tool software as an example. It was written by this person called PVR Narasimha Rao. This guy is super awesome. He has done this software and distributed it for free. I use his tool as much as I use the other tools as well. So he's got tons of resources in his website. So if you want to go and check it out, this is his web address. It's http://vedicastrologer.org. Okay, that's Mr. PVR Narasimha Rao. So this correlations between pada and the Navamsa, as you can see, you have the Rasi chart. This is the natal chart, and this is the Navamsa, or the Varga, or the D9 chart as they call it. These are the two prominent ones normally any astrologers would use. So I'm going to make it as easy as it's possible, because this is for the beginners. So this D9 chart is derived from the padas. Okay, now what are padas actually? If you look at this first line here, this section here shows the graha and its longitude, its correlations of longitude, and it's also the nakshatras. Now these are, apart from the basic grahas, you also have the upagrahas. Okay, the upagrahas, the gulikas, and it's pretty huge here, the list, as you can see. Now these grahas and upagrahas, they are referred or they are correlated with the longitudes, and these longitudes are then mapped with the nakshatra that is doing. So what are all this? I'm going to share with you, and how does it relate to this D1 and this D9 chart. Okay, for that I've done this very simple chart, all right, to explain some of the very basic principles. Now excuse me, if now simple concept of zodiac is, or the nakshatra would be, if you are looking or gazing up, straight up on the sky, and imagine there is a zodiac belt, right? This thing around here, it's an imaginary belt. So if you're looking straight up, then you will see Virgo or Leo. So if you look at the eastern side, perhaps you'll see Gemini, and if you see at the back of it, you'll see Sagittarius and stuff like that. So this is basically a imaginary belt around Earth. Okay, and this belt is divided 30 degrees each. All right, it's segmented into 30 degrees, which are called the zodiac, or what we call in Vedic astrology as rasis. Okay, now assuming that you are gazing at the sky, looking at the sky, and at this particular trajectory, or rather you're looking at the eastern side of it, and you assume that there is this segment which has the constellation of Leo there. Okay, now let's amplify this. Okay, let's go in further. Now this Leo is basically 30 degrees, as I mentioned. So every rasi, every sign there is divided into 30 degrees, and you know there's 12 signs, so 12 times 30, that's 360 degrees. All right, it's pretty simple to understand that. Now let's further zoom into this Leo. Okay, now Leo if you trajectorize it, all right, if at all you want to map the space, and within this scope of the trajectory, okay, you'll notice three I'm sorry, 2¼ nakshatra. So you have the Magha. In this case, Leo, in the scope of Leo, there will be 2¼ nakshatra. In fact, all the scopes will have 2¼ nakshatras. So I'm just taking the Leo or Simha, for example. So the first nakshatra is Magha, second is Purva Palguni, and the third is Uttara Palguni. Now you notice Uttara Palguni is overlapping with the second zodiac or the Rasi, right? So which is Kanya. Now this is what I mean by 2¼ I'll show you another diagram which clearly explains this. But what I want you to understand is in a Rasi there's 30 degrees. Okay, now 30 degrees within the scope of 30 degrees there are 2¼ nakshatras or asterisms. Okay, now let's zoom into this Rasi of Simha further. Now in Simha, within the 30 degrees scope, each is divided into what we call as 2¼ nakshatras. So if you can see, the first nakshatra within the Rasi of Simha is from 0 degrees 0 minutes until 13 degrees to 20 minutes. Now this is pretty much fixed, right? Now this is also 13 degrees 20 minutes. This is also 13 degrees 20 minutes. But astronomically it is actually 13 degrees 33 minutes. Okay, this is even more precise. What I'm showing you is that if you take the calculator out and if you see here 13 degrees, now I'm going a little bit deeper, 13 degrees, this is per nakshatra. Okay, per nakshatra is 13 degrees, it goes infinite, 33 and so on. I multiply by 2¼ nakshatras, okay, which comes very close to 30 degrees per Rasi, right? Now that within that Magha, we can zoom in further in. Let's say we go within Magha. You have, okay, this is 13 degrees 33 minutes, and if I zoom into this 13, or rather this segment here, this part here, this scope here, I get even more details here. Okay, it's divided into quadrants, into 4 sections, and each is what we call as padas. Okay, the pada is basically further dividing that 13 degree into 4. All right, so which means each will have 3 degrees and 33 minutes. That, so you have Magha will have 1, 2, 3, 4 padas, just like that. All the Rasis will have 4 padas. All right, all the nakshatras, I'm sorry, will have 4 padas. Now 4 padas in a Rasi, you will have 9 padas altogether. How do we get 9? Because remember, a Rasi is not actually 3, it's 2¼ so there's in one nakshatra, I say there's 4 padas, there's 4 there, and there's 4 there, there's 8, and remember this is quarter, so there's only 1 here, so 4 plus 4 plus 1, that's 9. So in a Rasi like this, in this case a Simha Rasi, there are 9 padas. So in summary, let's go back a little bit. In summary, you have the Rasis. Okay, within the Rasi is 30 degrees. Within the Rasi there are 2¼ nakshatras per Rasi. Within the nakshatras it is 4 padas. Okay, one nakshatra will have 4 padas. So this is what the pada. The pada is a subset of the main zodiac, of the main Rasi. Okay, now these padas are dissected 9 times. Okay, now here's a correlation. Now this what we call it, padas are dissected 9 times. So if you look at it,